When it comes to the Renaissance, Michelangelo has the art world worshipping. However, he also encountered fierce competition from his peers. Who can move such a great master of art? Let's talk to Michelangelo.
Hey folks, it's Michelangelo here.
Are you named after Michelangelo, the Archangel Michael? Does that mean you're destined for a great life?
Now that's a funny way to put it. People only care about the origins of my name because of my achievements. If I hadn't done anything, who would bother to dig into where my name came from, right?
Haha, that's right. Say of you and Da Vinci's Battle of the Florentine Century, two such great artists playing opposite each other in the same room. What a dramatic arrangement. It is said that Leonardo da Vinci had already started work before he invited you. Why did you accept the offer and not finish the work?
Accepting that invitation was all about showing the world what I'm made of. But once I got in deep, I realized I might not meet my own standards within the deadline. So I walked away not because I failed, but to put my energy into something worthier, a higher calling.
Are you also under the pressure from Da Vinci in the process of creation? You want to win too much, but can't let go of your hands to create freely. So it can't reach your satisfaction level. And just when you got a commission from St. Peter's Basilica, you just left and started a new project.
Haha, maybe that's part of it. Leonardo was indeed formidable, but I wasn't afraid of him. I wanted to challenge him, which is why I took on that commission. But when it came time to create, you have to face your great rival head-on. Though I hate to admit it, back then I couldn't quite outdo him completely. Later I learned that being the best version of myself was all that mattered, so who cares about surpassing him, right? Haha, took me a while to figure that out.
Be your best self. You know what? The model of competing on the same stage, like yours, has become a fixed pattern in the construction industry after hundreds of years. We call it a design competition, and we invite masters from all over the world to compete. Why is it that your work is not well completed, but this pattern is passed on?
Maybe folks just loves a good show. You know, back when Leonardo and I had our showdown, there were as many people watching, taking sides, and throwing shade at each other as the battles we were supposed to depict. As for architectural competitions, besides garnering attention, perhaps clients can get more options in a short time this way. Competing on the same stage might seem fair, maybe it'll allow the talented ones to shine through. But gotta say, it usually doesn't bring out the best results, you know? To cover up too much just to snatch the apple at the front often leads to not being able to do one's best after grabbing it.
Raphael secretly watched you while you were working on the Sistine ceiling, and it is said that you were very unhappy with the competitive misconduct of your peers. What do you think? It is said that you later influenced Raphael's painting.
That rascal, he just loves playing tricks. When Leonardo and I had our thing, he snuck a peek too. I'll admit his talent, but I just can't warm up to the guy. If his later works were influenced by me, but he didn't dare admit it publicly, I'd mock him even more.
Do you know that hundreds of years later, there is still a phenomenon in the design industry that peers steal from each other and copy their work?
These two issues can't be lumped together. As for undercutting, if it's done openly with real skills, gaining a client's trust through personal ability and charisma is fair game. But those sneaky snakes working behind the scenes? Yeah, they're just downright annoying. The latter is a complete loss of professional ethics, a loss of the artist's soul. Raphael, even though I'm not fond of him, I know he wouldn't plagiarize my work. His level of talent can only be said to be influenced and inspired by mine. Back in our day, everyone felt ashamed about drawing inspiration from others' techniques. Copying? That kind of behavior should be headed for the chopping block.
Haha, you're still so radical. But it's happening more and more these days. It is also a headache to distinguish between borrowing and copying.
Is it that hard? If you have no thoughts of your own and just copy others' content, that's plagiarism. But if you learn others' techniques and expressions based on your own thoughts, that's just learning from others.
What if the mind is different, but the appearance is surprisingly similar?
This, you modern folks, I don't quite get it. Why do people with different thoughts still end up looking strikingly similar? Ridiculous notion. In such cases, it's either a facade of pretense on the outside or emptiness inside.
Haha, I get it. It seems that the contradiction between peers has not been solved well for thousands of years.
Though conflicts among peers have lasted through the ages, it's in these challenges and competitions that we continue to progress. In the end, our souls return to God, our bodies to earth, but what endures is great art.
Thank you to the frank Michelangelo. May we all pursue the best of ourselves and bury the grievances of our peers in the dust. Goodbye, everybody.
Farewell.